Hello all and welcome back to another YouTube video. So yes, finally I've not left it another 3 months. I have made a video straight after the previous one, which is only 1 week. So yeah, new record for me. A round of applause. I've come out in the rain, some snow as well. But yeah, we're gonna make videos and we're gonna make it regular. I keep saying to myself we're gonna make it consistent, and this is a start, let's say. Well, yeah, let's see how far that goes. But anyway, yes, like the title suggests, we're making an MPG video on this, see how good, or let's say actually how bad it is on fuel. So guys, let's get into it. Okay, so MPG, right? Okay, now before I do get into all of that, took a few shots of the car outside. The car is absolutely filthy. I am not gonna get it washed in this weather that we're currently in. It's absolutely shocking right now, so absolute waste of time. Not only is it a waste of time, it's an absolute waste of money as well. Car washes now, a mini Valet, you're looking at, oh, horrible hump. You're looking at about £15 now for a mini Valet. £15, 15 pounds for someone to grab a sponge with a whole load of stones in there and to scratch your car. Yeah, so I didn't really fancy that today. And then you're gonna get some people say, oh, why don't you take it to a detailer? Well, a detailer's gonna charge 25 to 30 pounds for a mini Valet, and that's a really box standard one as well. I just want a clean car. I just want a clean, unscratched car, and I don't want to have to put my pants down every time to go and get a car wash or to have a clean and unscratched car. Anyway, that's another topic for another day. I need to stop ranting over that. But anyway, yes, MPG, let's get back on to the main topic, or the purpose of this video anyway. So yes, this car, we've had it now for 6 months. I think we picked up in June this year. And yeah, this car is or was meant to be a replacement for the S500 that we had. A 5.5 litre V8. I know, what a weird thing to say, that we got a 1.5 litre BMW, the smallest one in its range, and we got that instead of an S-Class. It sounds ridiculous, but there was some logic to it, or well, we thought so anyway. With the S-Class, of course, it was a wonderful car. It was a V8, you know, best combination. But every time we sat in that car and we heard a warning signal or anything that came up in the dashboard, didn't fancy getting a heart attack every single time. So yeah, as a result, we went for a brand new BMW and we tried to find the cheapest lease deal that was available, and that's exactly what we did. And we assumed, because it's going to be a 1.5, it's going to be quite frugal, quite cheap on fuel. So, you know, best of both worlds. Got a nice brand new car, but hopefully not many issues, and it will be decent on fuel. But we were wrong. We were wrong. So I don't know why, but I had it in my head with my Audi that I've got an Audi A3 1.0 turbo. I've made videos on it before, and I do speak very, very highly of that car because it does give fantastic miles per gallon. That car actually managed to somehow, just driving around town, gives you, you know, above 45 to 50 miles per gallon, which is absolutely brilliant. So I don't know why, but in my head I thought, you know what, this is a newer car. It's 6 years newer than that one. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be brilliant. There should be no worries. We're gonna easily achieve 45 plus without looking at the figures. Actually, looking at the figures, let's get the figures up now. I've not even looked at the figures before, but yeah, let's have a look at the figures. So yeah, what we've actually been ranging is quite a lot less than what we expected. So let's start from the very beginning. To fill this car up, you're looking at about £60 to fill this car up. I think it's a 40 litre tank, 40, yeah, about 45 litre, whatever it is, 45 litre tank, and £60 it costs to fill this thing up. Now, out of the full tank, you're looking to get around the region of 300 miles. Not great, is it? Not great. Compared to my Audi, I get probably about 150 miles more than that, to be honest. So yeah, not ideal, but that is what we get out of this. Now obviously that is local driving, you know, city driving. If you're gonna jump on the motorway, you probably might squeeze out an extra 50 miles or so, maybe, if you're lucky. But yeah, that's what we're looking at, around 300. If you want to average out, say 320, to be very, very generous to this car. 320 miles out of a full tank. Now, getting onto the miles per gallon side of things, not great. So what I've seen when I drive it personally, or what I get, is I get in the region of about 28 to 34 miles per gallon. Now that depends obviously on which mood I'm in, but yeah, that's what I've seen. I've seen about 28 to 34 miles per gallon. However, this car has proven me wrong today, let's say. Well, not the car, Mum drives this car quite a lot more than me anyway, and she's, let's say, extremely light-footed. Actually, you know what? She's not even light-footed. She is the definition. I've changed it. I've changed the word, sentence, phrase, whatever. I've changed it. She is actually light-toed. That's how incredible she is. That's how efficient my mum is when she drives vehicles. So she's actually averaged, I mean, this car got filled up a few days ago, and since then it's actually showing an average at the moment of 38.5 miles per gallon. So yes, if you are someone who is very, very gentle and does drive their cars by not actually pressing the accelerator but hovering over it, if that makes sense, you will be able to achieve figures as such as that. But for the layman, for normal people, for driving in and around town in traffic and whatnot, you're looking at the low 30s, to be honest with you, which isn't great, is it, for a brand new 1.5 litre engine. So let's break this down more. So in my Audi, my A3, the absolute hero the car is, if you put a tenner in that, and yes, there have been days where I put a tenner in it, it is what it is, but yes, when you put a tenner in that car, you will very, very comfortably achieve to get about 65 to 75 miles out of £10, which is very, very good. Of course, it's brilliant. However, in this, you put £10 in this, you're lucky to get about 45 to 50 miles, I say, around that much. You'd be lucky to get that. Now, obviously, in comparison to the S-Class that we had, you put £10 in that, you're lucky to get it out of the petrol station. But anyway, that was a, we can't really fault the miles per gallon on that car. It was definitely the miles per gallon. That's what counted. But yeah, so we're looking at about 45 to 50 miles per gallon. So of course it's better than the car that we replaced this with. But for what the car is, we would have, well, I expected more anyway. I expected a lot more. Maybe I've been spoiled by the Audi. But yeah, so that's what we're looking at, out £10. Obviously do the math now. If you know about 20 quid in, double it, or maybe a little bit more, you're gonna get about 110 maybe miles if you're lucky out of £20. So yeah, it is definitely on the heavier side. Another thing that I want to mention as well is that this car is actually quite demoralizing. Now I'll explain as to how or why I think it is. You filled up this car, obviously it's got an electronic dash, hasn't it? You start driving, straight away, instantly, your miles are coming down. So you'll show a range of something incredible like 360 miles, but as soon as you leave the petrol station, you start driving around, you know, it comes down considerably, which is just horrible, isn't it? Seeing that in my Audi, when I put fuel in, it shows I've got a range of 450 miles, and it stays at 450 miles until I actually do about 50-60 miles, and then it starts coming down gradually. You know, it gives you that bit of peace of mind that yes, I filled up my car and I've still got a full tank. Obviously you haven't, but it does show you what, it does show you that. In this, however, you put fuel in, start driving around, the first 5 miles you drive, you'll actually lose about 7-8 miles. So yeah, it is rather demoralizing. For example, at home, the range was at half a tank. It was showing 181 miles, and I came to this spot where I normally come to make some footage. It's the only decent location I can think of. It's about 9 miles away actually from where I am, and it actually lost about 22 miles in range. So yeah, that's what I mean. It just hurts. It just hurts, and it's just there, always in front of you. Like in the Audi, I can change it and get rid of that. Over here, it's just there in front of your face, just showing you that this is how much fuel you're using every inch, centimeter you drive. But so yeah, guys, that's it really. I just wanted to moan and tell you about the miles per gallon really on this car. That is, I think, a detailed enough insight as to what we have been achieving out of this car. But yeah, that's all for today. I hope you all have a lovely Sunday. Guys, thank you very much for watching. For all those who have lasted this long, take care. See you in another video. Have a good one. Take care. Bye bye.